So I guess we were doing quite a lot for training. We had developed up training matrix. It's very relevant to our employees here as accountants that they have track their CPDs and they also do soft skills training, etc. But we were doing a lot of it manually, so scheduling through Outlook, Excel spreadsheets, sourcing ourselves both for external as well as doing a bit of training internally. It was a long journey. We did look at a number of different learning management systems. What led us to the learning management system was we really realised that we had a lot of good stuff internally in terms of training and developing our matrices, our programs like Bentleys Career Builder and Future Leaders program, but we just didn't deliver it in a really, efficient way, a way that was slick and a good experience for the employees. So we set about looking for a platform that was really more about the technology as opposed to the content in the beginning. And we ended up going with Go1 because we found that they were very agile in terms of working with us to help us to, develop or do what we wanted to do with our learning on a system. The process was very much working with us as opposed to coming in and just implementing something and leaving. So we had lots of meetings. Eduardo spent a lot of time, patience putting up with us, talking about how we saw our vision of our learning management system, and he was always available and always very open to help us create the program together. And our relationships continued with Go1 in terms of continuous improvement. So it wasn't sort of okay, done that, move on, next customer approach. Everyone within Bentleys now is an Evolve subscribers, so they're all on Go1 or Evolve as we call it internally. We use it from everything from online training, which is scheduled by us, saying that certain levels of the employees must do this type of training depending on where they sit in the firm. We do our compliance training now through Go1, which has been fantastic because that was something we didn't really have a good grip on prior. And we also schedule all our events, so a lot of even our external training that we do is scheduled through Evolve and run as an event, so pretty much everything. What it's done is it's really helped us follow our vision of having a knowledge sharing organisation as part of our culture. So people are now, communicating more about the training that they're actually doing, suggesting what training we could actually put onto Go1, and also we've now taken even our own internal IP and started to create that into training, which is really, from our perspective, going to make us much more efficient internally as well. One of the things that we weren't able to do a lot of was stats because we didn't actually have a system to help us do that. However, we would estimate, I'd say, that prior to Go1, in about a 2-year period, we'd probably coordinate about 200 hours of training. Since implementing Go1, which was in July last year, we've probably coordinated around about 150 plus hours already.
Yeah.
And also, I would say, from back to the compliance piece, we used to have about 70% participation or completion rate. Now it's more around the 85 to 90. I think the most important thing for an organisation is to make sure that they have a solid understanding on what training means to them, first of all. So when we went to Go1, we had a real vision in terms of what our training looked like, and how we wanted to have a better experience through a learning management system. And I think that helped Go1 also be able to really work with us to make the system and the program work really, really well to our advantage as well.